I have a rather large plant collection and I'm not only really obsessed with it, but I also meticulously curate. Up until this point, I've used natural light to grow everything, but I've been running into some problems lately, so I decided to try out grow lights for the first time. And the kind people over at Soltech worked with me to determine what the best grow lights were for my situation, and this is what I got. The first light is the Grove light. This is a 16-inch bar light, and I specifically got this for my really tall Adansonii because the place that I moved it to doesn't get much light and the plant has completely rebelled. So I am hoping that this is gonna do the job. This is the Highland track lighting system. I have an area of my plant collection that does not face the way that I want it to. The plants are all fighting for light from this one window. Grow lights, I really felt were gonna solve that problem. Also, you're seeing this in January, but these lights were sent to me in October or November. So I'll also have an update for you. All right, so let's get into the installation.
Okay, first things first, I need to get all these plants out of this area. The Highland rail is 4 feet, so I'm gonna need a lot of horizontal space. And also my ceilings are 12 feet, so I'm gonna need to take a big ladder up there, which bothered me a lot because I'm kind of scared of heights. Okay, now I only have the large back plants to move, which is gonna be a problem because all of the aerial roots are all tangled up with each other. This was actually so bad that I'm like, I need to stop what I'm doing and take care of this. After reading the grow light instructions, I realized these were gonna be super easy to put together. The hard part though is getting it on this 12-foot ceiling. After my initial ascent though, I realized it wasn't that bad. And after I got the railing installed, it was smooth sailing. These lights just kind of click into place. And once they click in, you just slide them into position. Oh, and Soltech gave me a discount code. If you use Leafy Diva 15, you'll get 15% off your grow lights. Link in the description. Success! The lights come with wide and narrow beam option. The narrow beam is suggested for plants that are going to be 5 to 10 feet away from the light, and since mine are 6, that's the one I went with. Also, since this area is really wide and I have lots of plants to cover, I chose 4 lights. Seeing all the lights on kind of gave me butterflies. Like, I'm really upping my plant game. Okay, now it's time to tackle my really big Adansonii. I recently moved him here and he is being blocked from the window by 11 inches. Enter the Soltech Grove light, which now that I look at it, I probably should have gotten 2 for this plant, but we're gonna make this work. I have dyscalculia, which makes it difficult for me to understand math and measurements and numbers, so I'm really glad this light came with guides. And really, all installation involves is getting these 2 magnetic end caps mounted to the wall, and then the light itself just snaps into place. Beautiful. And finally, I set the timer from 6:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. I was so anxious to get these plants all back to their spaces so I could see how they look with the lights on them. And I was not disappointed. I was so proud of myself. The lights look great. And look at the Grove light. My Adansonii is really gonna appreciate this. I still really wish I got 2 though.
Ta-da! Here we are 2 months later, and just take a look. You can see for yourself, everything is exactly the way that I wanted it to be. Because the grow lights have worked so well, I was able to move around a lot of these plants so that they can actually be in the position I want them to, as opposed to where they're getting the natural light from. So let me show you around. You can see someone's missing. I moved my Monstera deliciosa because I was so inspired. I wanted to make my Thai constellation the star of the show. I got both of these ties as tissue culture plantlets, and let me tell you, I've been waiting for the day that I'd be able to display them prominently in this area. Also, I consolidated both of my strawberry shake philodendrons into one planter and put them here, and I just think they look really nice under the tie. I want to show you something else. This is my Echeveria Regal, and it's producing a new leaf. Now, normally I would have to pull this plant out so that the emergent leaf could get the light that it needs, but I don't have to do that. The grow light is shining between the gaps in these leaves, so this new leaf is getting all the light he needs, and I don't have to move him. One of the more impressive things is for my Bilietiae by Atabapoense and Paraíso Verde. These 2 were fighting each other for light, and in the process, their petioles were stretching out so much. At one point, I measured it, and they had come out about 4 feet away from the wall. So now, when the new emergent leaves come out, because I did cut it, they will hopefully be a lot shorter. And as far as the Soltech Grove light, something really unexpected happened. Though this area of my plant collection, I was not planning on touching, but you see this Aloca Chantrieri, the leaves on this side are actually facing the Grove light because they get light from here in the evening, which makes this rounded effect. So the front is facing the front, like the leaves in the front are facing out to the window, and the leaves on this side to the other side of the window. And my Magnificum is just doing so well. Now, I will say this, I still really wish I would have got 2 lights, like one right up there. That would have been perfect. All right, so here are my overall thoughts. I've had 2 months to really look at the overall effect that my grow lights have had on my plants. I'm just impressed. I am actually going to look into getting 2 more of these Grove lights. I think these would really go good in my propagation area under some of my plant shelves. I also am going to look into getting one of the pendant lights because I think that would be cute on like some of my single plants that I like to display. Also, Siltech is giving me a discount code to share with my subscribers. So if you use LeafyDiva15 at checkout, you will get 15% off of your order of grow lights. Link is down in the description. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.